And this is the first time I ever got really energized with a certain person that was the president. Because he did, from the very start, he told the American people what he was going to do, and he did it, and he kept to his promise, and he ran it like a damn business.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a damn lifetime politician that they are in their own little bubble in Washington, and they don't know what's really going on. But it takes an outsider of politicians to see the trouble, the fuck up. It takes an outsider to fix it. Hell, a news guy referred Donald Trump as Bruce Wayne, as Batman. And the United States of America, like Washington, D.C., as Gotham.
Brad, I want to make a toast. Let's get some of those beers out. Let's get some of those beers.
Oh, the damn Obama, his damn wife attacked the damn school lunches and even tried to attack the military food by trying to get rid of the carb when our men and women need that carb to carry those heavy equipment that they have to carry on their back, from body armor to the weapons to ammunition, their backpack of gears and everything. But now our school lunches looks like a third world country. And it happened right after I graduated from Heath High School in 2007. From 2008 on up, the school lunches look like a third world country.
That's crazy.
And then there was some school districts where parents would send their kids with their own, you know, lunch boxes.
Mm-hmm.
The damn teachers would go through the kids' lunchbox and go through their food, and if it's to their not to them saying, "Oh, this was unhealthy. You don't need this," they throw it away and they make the kid go through the rest of the school day without eating food, hardly any food.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
business, my friend.
and that's fucking child endangerment there. And they could get a lawsuit going for it.
Looks like it's starting to kick in. Let's ask a professional. Lapis, radiosis, what's the diagnosis?
And like I said, I voted for Barack Obama. And he lied. He buckled under the pressure of the Democratic Party and the deep state. He buckled. And then come and found out that he wasn't a natural born American. That he was, they found evidence about his background when he was living, he's a Muslim.
Yeah.
He was born there in I forget what country he was, Iran or Pakistan or whatever. He was from there. Him and his family was from there. And Michelle Obama, technically, they ain't from Africa. They're actually from Pakistan or Iran, somewhere in that area. They lied about their inheritance. Well, their bloodline.
Soon every man, woman, and freak in Los Santos is going to be trooping these exact
that was the last president I voted for. And then I switched over. I became a Republican.
You seen what happened in California when they closed the Walmart?
Oh yeah. And also in Portland, Oregon, the 2 Walmarts in Portland, Oregon was closed down for good. And then in Chicago, 4 locations in Chicago was shut down. And instead of owning up on their fuck up,
Wait.
they try to pass the
Blimps
blame
actually
and
just
saying that
full
the
of confetti?
CEO of Walmart was
That makes
racist.
so much sense.
When half the damn staff of Walmart were black
Wow.
there in Chicago.
And who did that? Black people. Not trying to get on black people, but
Shit, guys.
they the
No,
one that broke all that shit up.
it's the Democrats that was going as in defund the police. And what happens when you defund the police? Crime rate goes through the damn roof. When you defund the law and order and unable the law enforcement to do their job, crime rate will go up through the roof, and it's a domino effect. Corporations, they end up seeing that, and they end up losing money from the high theft over tens of $billions worth of product from their stores. They're gonna close down their business and get the fuck out and move their company to a different state. Just like how two of the major corporations in California, Smith and Western Firearms and Tesla, both companies moved out of California, went to Texas and Montana because of the high rate the tax increase, the cost of living going up, and all the other stuff I forget. But the messed up part is Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, was begging Elon Musk and the CEO of Smith and Western Firearms to move back to California because of that percentage of those big two companies were paying off the state taxes that Gavin Newsom was missing. Because a lot of people don't know this, that, oh, the big corporations, they don't pay their fair share of taxes. They actually do. They actually pay the biggest portion of the taxes in the state. Where you, the common Joe, don't have to pay that outrageous big amount of taxes.
I'll be back here.
Right.
We'll be back in a minute. Where's David?
And on top of that, how mine,
You know, this happened to me in a trip a couple years ago.
does is that I got a lot of time on my hands, and I look up stuff. I do research. But it's ridiculous. It's like, and top of that, when you have a major accident, it pretty much slows down your way of life too, where you see everything. When you slow down, you see everything.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I was in a bad four-wheeler accident that could have took my life, or sent me into a deep end of depression.
Let's go, we're coming home.
Because Dr. Peter E. Conrad of Vanderbilt Hospital, the head back surgeon, told me that I'm the most luckiest person to be alive.
I don't even know what to say.
For one,
Damn.
I should have lost my whole right arm from my hand all the way up to my shoulders.
This is the shit right here the government should
And
be
I'm a
putting in the
right-handed
water supply.
person. Well, I can also use my left hand, but trying to write with my left hand is kind of sloppy. But I should have lose my whole right arm. I should have been paralyzed from the chest down. Or I should have been decapitated. or lost the complete use of my right eye. Should have been out of the socket or scarred over. And
That's crazy.
I should have had some type of bruising or bleeding or even a hairline fracture on my skull, and I didn't have that.
That's crazy. Yo, Carlito, I didn't see nothing different from this mission. It looked like the same thing. Okay.
But the only thing I did suffer from the accident was some memory loss.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Soon as you're ready. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a little while, you know. But as soon as you're ready, you know, we do. All right, have a good night. God bless you, bro, and God bless your family, bro. All right, man. But yeah, man, that's crazy. I mean.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I did suffer from memory loss. Like half of my bad childhood memories got wiped away. And then the most embarrassing part was during my recuperation, you know, rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And I got up to go to the kitchen and went to the freezer, got me 2 mozzarella pepperoni hot pockets, and I put it in the microwave, and I just looked at the microwave as like a foreign object.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot how to use a microwave.
That's
So
crazy.
I went into my cousin's bedroom, which I call her Mama Crystal because she's like a second mother to me. And she thought I was in there to get my pain meds, and I'm like, no, I forgot how to use the microwave. And both of them got up out of the bed. Of course, they had to go use the bathroom, but she came in and showed me how to use the microwave. Then later on that evening, that day, it was around supper time, and she yelled for my full name. And you know when somebody says your full name, you automatically think, did I do something wrong? But she's like, no, I'm going to teach you how to cook. So yeah, she pretty much, between her and my cousin Tad, they re-taught me the basic stuff, you know, cooking, doing household chores from laundry, dishes, cleaning the house. And then my cousin Tad, being an ex-mechanic, he took me out to the garage and did me a crash course of all the tools, what the tools are used for, the names of the tools, and then to the vehicles, what every single part on the vehicle, what their function does, and everything.
Damn.
And then I was going to physical therapy, but we didn't got to a point where we didn't have the money to go back and forth to the therapist. And top of that, at the time they were taking Seroquel, the AKA the food weight gain devil's drug. But Seroquel is for helping people that has sleep problems, helps them go to sleep. But if you do not take it on a full stomach or while you're eating supper, if you take it on an empty stomach, it will wake you up in the middle of the night and you're raiding the kitchen. And I saw that firsthand because my cousin Dad always blamed me for drinking up all the damn Mountain Dew, and I'm like, no. and he was calling me a liar, so we recorded his ass. And then he apologized. Because he was down 2 12-packs of Mountain Dew and make like 5 hoagie sandwich. Pretty much taking up all the lamb lunch meat.
Damn.
Yeah. And was blaming me for eating all the damn food. Hell, there was a point where I started putting my own damn drinks in my bedroom.
That's sad.
But when I said that by the sheer luck that I didn't get paralyzed from the chest down, that would have put me into a deep depression. Depending on my relatives to help me use the bathroom or help me bathe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't wish that on anybody.
No, that's bad, bro.
And top of that, if I end up losing my right arm, that would also been devastating too, because I will lose my damn tattoo. I have a half sleeve tattoo on my right bicep. My very first tattoo. My high school graduation tattoo. And I'm like, it's a good work of art and I don't want to lose it.
Yeah. How many times we gotta do this job?
But
I was trying to do the new one, but I mean, it seems like we're doing the old one.
I think in order to get the second dose, you have to go through the first dose.
Yeah, I did the first one.
If you already did the first dose, and then when the second part of the second dose came out, you already did those. Then if you restarted it, especially if you're doing it on the hard mode, you gotta do the first dose on hard mode, then you gotta do the second dose on hard mode.
No, it gives it to you normal.
Because now you got the hard mode that you can actually, when you're going to the setups, when you're the host that's setting it up, you can switch it from normal to hard.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we first started, the first one you was doing it outside. The yellow dot was outside. Now the second one is inside the garage.
Huh.
Yeah, it says this. That's what it says. The first dose 5.
Oh, some lightning. But I'm just sorry. It just tickled me pink when she said that. That she was going off of what CNN and MSNBC and the far left-wing news media was saying about Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
The bunch of fucking bullshit narrated shit that they do to try to downgrade a good president that was doing good for the United States. I just thought that was funny.
You know, I mean, I hope he gets back in the office.
Oh yeah. Oh, believe it or not, Donald J. Trump did win his second term election against Joe Biden. He had 86 million votes that night. Then
they already know that he did dirty work there, so he could be there.
And you had tons of whistleblowers and tons of evidence, hard-ass evidence, that the Democrats are trying to portray as conspiracy. And what happened to a conspiracy? They come out to be true.
Yep.
And also the mail carrier. They caught one black guy that was a mail carrier was taking a trunk full of mail-in ballots that said Donald Trump on it. And he was trying to get across the United States and the Canadian border. Then you had another mail carrier that was dumping ballots in the Hudson River. And then you had a truck driver for the U.S. Postal Service with a tractor trailer that he specifically liked this trailer because it was a good trailer. He never had any issues with the trailer that had empty ballots and filled out ballots in the back of his truck. Then when he went back to the drop to the postal place depot to get his trailer was missing. He found his lock. It was in the parking spot where he had his trailer at. He found his lock cut off. You know, those special type of locks that lock the pin hitch, where it prevents another trucker from hooking up to the trailer. Yeah. And then you have people that were freelancers that was actually looking up the addresses on these mail-in ballots that end up showing up to an empty lot, a overpass, a corner on a street that there ain't no house on, empty lots, businesses, and then and also when people went to vote in person, they were being told that, oh, you already voted. And the Republican people are saying, wait, we didn't vote. This is our first time ever coming up here to vote for our candidate. And the ladies were saying, oh, you already voted? And then one lady found out her service dog voted. The damn Democrats took the lady's service dog ID number and turned it into a damn social security number. Yeah, her German Shepherd voted for Joe Biden. A German Shepherd voted for Joe Biden. Excuse me?
That's crazy.
And then on top of that, Will Smith's great-grandfather somehow dug himself out of the grave and went and voted. How you even had dead people voted. And they've been dead for either from the 60s. Oh, you had one Victorian woman from the Victorian era vote. As what the fuck? And then you had outer-staters that was coming into the Republican state to cast their ballots, which that's a violation in itself. And on top of that, Joe Biden's administration campaign runners was caught trying to bribe the Native Americans, trying to bribe them with money for their casinos or whatnot. And that's a violation too. There are so many violations that the Democratic Party has committed when they try to get Joe Biden into office, which they did by manipulating the votes, and they said that Dominion voting machines was impossible to hack into. When you have your world best hackers that prove the company that the Dominion voting machine is easy to hack into, they denied it. They was going by a script that the higher ups gave them to read off. And then they also found that in Fulton, Germany, there are servers in that state, in that town, that had United States of America voters registration on those servers in Frankfurt, Germany.
That's crazy.
And that's a voting manipulation or something like that. Having Americans vote on a foreign soil, that's a big no-no. And then in Paris, France, there was a hacker that was found in Paris that had United States of America's election votes between Donald Trump and Joe Biden on a thumb drive that Paris law enforcement apprehended and put in evidence. You have all these cases, all these evidence that shows there was foul play done. And the real number that before the manipulation started, Joe Biden had 305,000 votes, while Donald J. Trump had 68 million, not 68, 86 million votes. Donald Trump went over the recognition points that automatically made Donald Trump win the election. And that was 15 million votes. That was the number, the magic number to win the election, was 15 million. And Donald J. Trump went over that. And then within 2 or 3 hours in the night, it went from 86 million to, well, for Joe Biden, it went from 305,000 votes to supposedly over what Donald Trump had. And there was more evidence there showing that Donald J. Trump's votes were moved, digitally moved from his slot over to Joe Biden's slot. And then you had Joe Biden's campaign van parked outside at the fire exit of the voter counter, where the voters, the overseers that was counting the votes, you had those vans popping up with blank ballots, and you had people that were sitting there on the loading docks filling out the paperwork. No, they have security footage. And the idiots thought those cameras wasn't rolling. Oh, those cameras, they're rolling 24/7. And they were caught on security camera, on CCTV. And then in Georgia, they pretty much said that they had to evacuate the building because a water main busted in the bathroom. So they had to evac everybody out there. But the funny thing is, only the Republican Party and the news media reporters left the building. The only people that was left behind was the Democrats. They was left behind, and that's when they pulled out the totes that were hidden underneath the table of unmarked ballots. It was on CCTV, on the damn security cameras.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they did so many dirty work when they was doing that, man. I mean, it was crazy.
No, yeah.
And you seen they took his son's computer and they found a whole bunch of fucked up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hunter Biden's laptop from hell. That Hunter Biden took his laptop to a computer repair guy there in New York, or was it Pennsylvania? One of them two.
I think it was New York.
Took it to the computer guy, which he's partially blind, and he found highly sensitive information on it. He immediately turned it into the FBI like you're supposed to do. And then they were trying to say that, oh, it was a Russian collusion information to derail Joe Biden's election, or Donald J. Trump paid him to sabotage Joe Biden's. But Joe Biden's been doing this with deals. Hunter Biden, the whole Joe Biden family is nothing. They're worse than the damn the KGB,
and
the Russian mafia. They're worse than they're worse than the Russian mafia. They're so corrupted, and their hands are drenched in blood and dirty money that they're partners with. They did deals with the president of China, and they did deals with Ukraine, and they did deals with Putin and the other world leaders behind closed doors while Joe Biden was a senator, and while Joe Biden was VP with Barack Obama. And his son was always there, flying on Air Force One, going overseas doing business deals, and the code name Big Guy is referring to Joe Biden. Joe Biden would get 10% of the cut from his son's dealing, and just last year they just came across a $3 million deposit into the conjoined account between Hunter and Joe Biden's account. Yeah. And then they got and Hunter Biden has a daughter from a stripper, and that the Jill and Joe Biden is denying of her existence.
That's
denying that they have a granddaughter by a hooker. And then a hacker hacked into Hunter Biden's Apple cloud, his iPhone cloud.
Yeah.
And removed a footage of Hunter Biden recording his dumbass with a woman that was a drug dealer for cocaine.
That was them having sex, I think.
Sex and for drugs. He had a scale, he had the cocaine and the methamphetamine on the scales and weighing it out, and he was talking to her saying, this is not right. It's off a bit. It's off an ounce. And then the messed up part is that Joe Biden passed a law to send out a kit to get to the cocaine addict and the methamphetamine addict of clean needles and a fucking pipe. Yeah. Knowing that his son is a damn meth head. But of course, right now, the Joe Biden family is in chaos right now because Hunter Biden is going to be indicted because he lied on his the form to get a firearm. You know, go through the proper red files and all that red tape to legally own a firearm.
Yeah.
He lied on that because he had a record of drugs in that, but he was able to get a gun from the gun store, so they're charging him for that, and for the drugs, and for the, I guess, child support, that he's claiming that he can't pay child support because of the money that he was barely getting from his artwork. That ain't artwork. Taking a damn... You remember those 90 paint blow pins?
Yeah, they looked like fucking a little kid made that.
Yeah, that's what he used. That's what he used to make his artwork. That ain't artwork. That ain't Picasso.
They were saying that shit, I don't know how much million costs and this and that. I'm like, what? That shit's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I could draw better than that.
Oh, I wouldn't even give it a penny.
I could draw way better than that shit.
Yeah. But, and the fucked up part is, Donald Trump, he has the power to declassify or classify documents. He has a fucking receipt from declassifying those information that he wanted, that was like recipes and the food that the world leaders like to eat and some other stuff that he had in a secure location. Well, and also once you're a president and when you leave the White House, you can choose which of the Secret Service you want to come to stay with you till the day that you die. You got 24/7 security of Secret Service around the clock at his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida, and a storage unit that had special locks put on, and you have CCTV surveillance cameras reporting 24/7. But if you look over at Joe Biden, he took classified documents while he was in the Senate and as VP. He had it in his office that was funded by the Chinese Communist Party, because they used the money there to build the office that Joe Biden has in Philadelphia. And then his vacation home in the garage behind his Corvette Stingray, boxes that has the presidential seals on it. And then also a business in fucking Chinatown, where all three locations people could easily gain access to and go through it. of classified information. It's like, hello? Where's the same energy that you guys did on Donald Trump, but you're not doing it on Joe Biden? The double standards. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
And top of that,
Damn.
when Donald J. Trump was when he was president, a sitting president, the Democrats was demanding a cognitive test. A thing where they were trying to say that Donald Trump wasn't in the right mind to lead the country. He passed the test. Donald Trump took the test. He passed it with flying colors. His psyche was 100%. His memory was 100%. Everything. But now since Joe Biden's in office, the Republicans is demanding a cognitive test on Joe Biden. The Democrat Party is stonewalling the Republican Party. They're saying, oh, he's healthy, he's good, his memory's good, everything's good. No, it's not when you can see his deterioration on national live television. Now, when Joe Biden does a oopsie, they immediately cut the feed. The far left-wing news media, they cut the feed. But the conservative party media, they don't cut the feed. They play the whole thing. They play the whole live feed. Unlike the far left media, they cut the feed. But with Joe Biden, we've seen him not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 8 fucking times tripping. Going up the stairs to Air Force One and coming out of Air Force One. And they said, oh, it was just the gusts of the wind that made him lose his power. And when you could look in the background, you see that orange flag that tells you the direction of the wind. The wind wasn't blowing because it was like a limp noodle. It was a limp noodle. There was no wind that day. So, and then when Joe Biden was trying to ride his bicycle, he fell over. And with the early stage or in the stage of dementia, one of the motor skills that you end up losing is your balance. With dementia, one of the motor skills is your balance. You end up losing your balance. And then you end up losing your memory. You forget where you're at. Hell, he even asks his wife every morning he gets up, where am I? And she has to remind him he's the president of the United States of America.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and top of that, when he goes to when he goes overseas to NATO or whatever, he has a damn note card that tells him every single step what he needs to do. He even read the damn parts out that he was not supposed to read out. And also you see on live TV where he fumbles his words, where it turns into gibberish.